In a recent interview while talking about all the cameos in Deadpool and Wolverine, director of the film Shawn Levy talked about how the cameos were never the point of the film and never the focus. Okay, so Shawn Levy said quite a few things recently, from debunking some of the crazy cameos, saying if you're going into this film, you're going to be disappointed because there's a lot of fake scoops and cameo reports out there, to talking about how they figured out what cameos they were going to do and why they're there. And he reveals that the intent was never to put the focus on cameos and try to make the cameos the selling point of the film. He says the point of the film and the selling point was Deadpool, Wolverine, and the big plot that they're involved with, including the TVA, to give it that MCU connection. But any reports that have been stated before that this big character is going to have a major role and it's going to affect this universe or that universe, and this cameo is here for this reason, none of that is in fact true. And that they never wanted to do that, that was never even in the discussion, and that not a single cameo is there because they're trying to do something bigger with a plot elsewhere. That there's obviously elements and teases of what could happen, and there's little bits and pieces of story here and there, but if you're looking for, hey, this is going to directly build up the next Spider-Man, or hey, this is going to include Sony's Venom because they're teasing Secret Wars, that's not true. You're not seeing that here. He said that this is a film that's contained within itself, but does affect the MCU, but we got to see it for ourselves. And this has honestly been one of the things I've been fearing, that they would lean too much into the whole cameo spectacle thing because, well, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. That film, a lot of people walked away from it disappointed because it didn't feature every single cameo, including Tony Hawk doing 2 900s in a row with lightsabers. So, like, you know, what do people expect? I'm glad that he's out here trying to be like, look guys, none of this is true, okay? We never set out to make a film about cameos and then add Deadpool and Wolverine. We intended it the reverse way. It's Deadpool and Wolverine and what cameo would make sense where, and how can it potentially do something, but that's not the crux of the story. And that is, well, ultimately the right call, in my opinion.